articles. I study
don't
you
you
like a
know?
book.
Don't you know this is done for entertainment only?
Amen. LOL. So keep deleting that shit because it makes you look stupid as fuck. You a goddamn cow. Keep producing that milk, dude. I'm here to farm that shit. Fill my buckets all the way up.
Move, motherfucker! Move!
Howdy, howdy. And it's been a while. They ain't gonna know what hit 'em when they get beat with the
3 times, you say? 3 is the ways of the mystics.
Happy holidays, little buddy.
Happy holidays. Take a broom and shove it up your ass.
Come on, Square, where are you, baby boo? Come here, boo boo. Come here. Come here, boo boo. I got your cranberries. I got your cranberries, boo boo.
That's my gang.
My stepmom and I fighting, and she said she wanted to take my cane and shove it up my ass.
Still the animal calls upon you. You stuck a cane inside your dog. So take another tug, stick a straw up your nose. One more snort fool might drown you.
Oh no, Gangnam Style. Ooh, 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 not Gangnam Style. Ooh.
Red, white, blue, neck, skin, color, crease.
Hey world, Leroy here. We gonna monetize low cows on YouTube in 2022. All right now.
We might do something a little bit different here today.
No boy.
Anybody want to talk to his stepmom?
No boy.
Let's see if we can get that.
Hello.
Hey, this is concerning Coy Wilson. Ian Wilson has been abusing Coy, and I'm reaching out to you to try to get Coy some help.
And who am I speaking with?
You're speaking John Roberts.
Okay.
He's strung out on them pills terribly bad. He was abusing Coy. Coy took him out to get something for his computer, and even the people at the gas pumps was saying something to Ian. I mean, it's just uncalled for the way he's treating his grandfather.
Hey, but let me ask you this. Now, I know you called and left me a message, and I try to avoid him as much as I possibly can. Trust me.
I don't blame you.
You understand, and I regardless if you're, and I don't mean this bad. Not that I'm saying that you're lying or nothing like that. I'm talking about with your real name. I know he's in deep doo-doo. He's been that way for a very long time. And I've had personal run-ins with him, and you know what? I've tried to fix stupid, and I can't fix stupid, and I can't get the people that, the people. Here's the deal: the authorities say that they can't do nothing because every time they've ever reached out to him or anybody else, he says, "Oh, there's nothing going on." So we've tried.
Yeah.
We have tried everything we possibly can, and it never fails. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and,
yes,
I don't
ma'am.
want to see him again.
I don't blame you.
I can't stand him, and I hate to say that, but we've had serious run-ins. When I say serious, I'm talking law enforcement shows up.
Absolutely.
I can't handle it. I can't handle the drugs, but anyway, you have to forgive me. I'm walking around right now, but anyway, okay. So give me your name one more time, and I'm gonna. Is it okay that I tell my husband?
Absolutely.
Of course, that's his dad. That's his dad, that you're talking about. And, of course, that's his son that you're talking about. So I get it. And, I know everybody tries to protect. And I'm like, no, I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. I know what I've experienced firsthand. I got it.
My name is John Roberts. Did my number show up on your caller ID? If not, I can give it to you.
Okay. Yeah, it shows up and it says, that you're in Missouri, but it doesn't show up your name or whatever. So, you got to understand that with as much trouble as I have received from that SOB, I'm very guarded.
Oh, I don't blame you. He's a real degenerate. I mean,
so when did he do this to Coy? When did this happen at the gas pump?
At the gas pumps, it happened a couple of days ago. I don't know if you're aware. He runs a YouTube channel.
Yes, oh no, yeah, I've got it. I've got copies of the videos that's come through.
I mean, he acts like a complete idiot. He just finished up on YouTube. He's passed out. I mean, I just feel sorry for Mr. Wilson. He said he was in a financial hardship. And I don't know if you're aware, they went to Kentucky a few weeks ago to sell off some antiques. But Ian, I mean, he is smoking up to 6 ounces of marijuana a month. I mean, he needs really locked up and put in the rubber room. Ian does.
Totally. Well, how do you know him? I'm just asking because again, credibility does work. But I know what you're telling me is true because I've got my own copies.
Well, to be honest with you,
I'm not laughing because it's not funny. No,
but, I met him on YouTube, and he gave me his number, and that's how I originally run into Ian. And but I have spoke to Mr. Wilson a couple of different times, and I can understand you doubt my credibility, but I definitely have video evidence. And when I'm saying abuse, I do not have any documentation of physical abuse, but the mental abuse is unbelievable, and I definitely have proof of it. And if he'll treat Coy that way on camera, I can only imagine what's going on behind the scenes.
God.
But if you could have your husband to call me back, I would really appreciate it. And I thank you for your time.
I mean, now he may not be as warm and understanding, but I personally have had firsthand experience, so I get it. You're not going to have to, convince me any other way. Trust me.
Oh, absolutely.
God, trust me.
Yeah, and I can understand. I know that's his son, and people don't like to hear bad things about their children. And honestly, I get no pleasure in having to say this, but I am concerned. Coy is, I think, almost 90 years old, and I'm concerned for him.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt. Well, I've got your number, and I'll have him call you, and definitely. So you said that was a couple of days ago when that happened, huh?
Yes, it was.
Was it at a gas station, or where was it?
Yes, it was at a gas station. Mr. Wilson was telling him how to use the card. I mean, evidently, this kid's so screwed up, he don't even hardly know how to pump gas. I mean, it's just
it doesn't shock me.
I mean, it was a heck of a scene, but I do have that saved, and have your husband to call me, and I thank you for your time, ma'am.
No, I appreciate you calling, and like I said, I'll have him give you a call, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Checkmate.
She actually sounded like she had some sense, too.
She knows he's a crazy son of a
right?
bitch. Absolutely.
I mean,
you just lit up.
He's going to be hot.
Guys, who's got the pretty songs? Is that the new beat we're going to rap on? Did I lose you when I went out back?
I think it was just the Mystics talking to you.
You guys didn't hear anything?
You're there.
That's weird.
This is John.
John. Okay. Well, this is Keith.
Yeah. Did your wife fill you in on the issue?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how you got my wife's number.
I got it from a friend of a friend.
But why are you trying to get my wife's number?
I think you should be more concerned with your father than your wife.
I have been concerned with my father. I've been concerned for my father a long time, but my father is telling me that he's 80-something years old and he can take care of himself. So, all I can do is what I can do. I've called the authorities in the past about different things. There's been other things I've tried. No authorities aren't going to do anything.
Really?
Not at all, obviously.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, I mean, I was just concerned for your father. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but I mean, Ian is back on drugs pretty serious. And I mean, a few weeks ago, they had to go sell some items. He said he was in a financial hardship. And an incident happened at a gas pump a few days ago. And I don't know if it was another customer or someone that actually worked at the gas station had to get on to him for the way he was speaking to Mr. Wilson. But, I was just reaching out. It's no disrespect toward your wife, but
Well, I appreciate it. After talking to you just a few minutes here, you seem like a different person than some of the other people that have been harassing us and, trying to harass me. I haven't responded to anybody else. I've had other people harass me because of some of the activities that he's done on YouTube and different things. So I had assumed that this was a part of that.
No, sir.
But after speaking with you, I can tell that you really have a concern, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And I apologize for anyone that, has did that, but I'm definitely concerned. And as you said, you've tried in the past, but if you could just maybe call and reach out to your father. I mean, I know you.
Oh, I do, and I've told him that he's enabling a lot of activities that he shouldn't. I mean, this started probably 20 years ago. My mom and dad, when she was alive, they let my son come back to the home away from me because I was, I guess, too stern on him or something. I don't know. I was trying to do my best at the time. It probably wasn't that long ago, probably about 15 years ago, I guess.
Yes, sir.
They let him come back for a while, and then I thought at a different point, because they did start trying to put some pressure on him, and he wanted to come back to me. Okay, so I let that happen. And then after about a year, he went back over there, and they enabled a lot of this. And I kept telling them, you're enabling. That's all you're doing. You're not helping him at all. You think you're helping people. And it was the same for another situation, too. And it was my mom and dad have always think that they're helping people, and I believe that they're more enabling, which there's a lot of people that do that. And since going through stuff like that, I have learned quite a bit, just basically from different studies I've done on my own and books I've read on the subject, and trying to get my head around a lot of these things. And, especially there's a book, and if you ever want to read it, it's called Boundaries, and it's a really good book that talks about these type of things. It's biblically based, but it talks about, there's consequences that God gives us that,
absolutely,
should be applied, and God gives us those. And when we try to step in and relegate and save people, sometimes God's solutions, which aren't as bad, they're disciplined, but they discipline with somebody, but someone thinks they're going to help somebody else by stepping in and alleviating that consequence. And all that does is delay the consequence and make the consequence even more, because they never got to experience the lesser consequence. So, and that's what you see when people commit suicide and different things, is because they never had a chance to deal with some of the lesser things. And it gets to a point where they don't have anybody that will bail them out, and they don't know what to do. They haven't learned.
Right.
And it's taken a lot of learning on my part, alcohol and everything else on my part, to know that there's certain things that I just don't need to mess with myself.
You brought up suicide, and that's something that Ian is always threatening online. Suicide. I mean, do you feel there's any chance of that, sir, or is that just a act?
Well, I think he threatened. Well, he tried to do it. He said he admitted to it. That's why I was adamant that my mom and dad sent him off to rehab that time that he went for a year. And I told him then, I said, you are stupid if you let him back in your house without going through rehab.
Right.
He didn't want to go. And they finally did put their foot down on that. And that was he come back home probably about 6 months before my mom died. But he was gone for a year, and he had to go through rehab for a year. It seemed like it worked some. I think my son actually probably has issues that stem from his mother, generational curses, that type of thing, because his mother, liked to smoke a lot of weed and everything. She's dead now from overdose, but she had gone through a lot of that when he was pregnant, and she liked that. And I told her, I didn't want her doing all that, but nobody would listen to me. She smoked weed and everything else.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I believe his entire life. I missed a lot of things because when he was younger, he'd cry and say nobody wants to be my friend because he was just kind of odd. He just was antisocial. He don't really have any empathy.
Right.
Some people really care about other people.
That's me.
I think if he acts like he is, if he has empathy, I believe it's an act. I hate to say that, but I don't really think some people just don't. I have another son that's Asperger's. He's stepson that's Asperger's, and he has some, but and I used to say it to my son when I was mad at him, but I believe it was the truth. I told him before, I said, I really don't think you really give a crap about anything as long as you get what you want. And that's it. You only care about what Ian wants. You can sit here and cry and say you're sorry and all this stuff, but that's not really it. That's just manipulation. You've learned from the best about manipulation, and it won't work on me. So that's why we didn't get along very well and he sure didn't get along with my wife, because my wife and I, when he come to live with us for a little bit, we told him that he was not, he had to work and he had to do different things, or he couldn't stay with us. And different from my mom and dad, when he didn't do those, we kicked him out.
Yes, sir.
But my mom and dad would never do that. Yeah. But we told him, I gave him like 3 chances, and we finally said, you have to go. I don't care where you go. You're 20-something years old. You're an adult now, so you're just going to have to make your way.
Right.
And I believe he had already been married by then. I don't know, but anyway, that's beside the point. But I think he has some issues. I don't know if it's Asperger's or some people would probably say that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, he is an odd little feller, that's for sure. I mean, he's doing some strange things.
I mean, he needs Jesus, man. Everybody that,
absolutely,
it sounds
brother.
Simple, but it's not.
I agree. I'm a man of God
simple,
myself.
Well, I mean, and I tell people that, and people may agree, but there's a lot of people that, here, I can't get this open, Terry, here. But, so are you from around the Portsville area? Roberts is the last name, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know some Roberts from around that area, but I mean, John Roberts.
Yeah, I was just concerned, with Mr. Wilson.
I appreciate it, and like I said, I have done everything I can legally. I've even called and spoke to police years ago, and they told me, well, you can have him committed for a little bit, or something maybe, but we can't hold him just indefinitely. They got rid of all that years ago.
Did they?
They don't do that no more. So
yeah, because I mean, I honestly, that would be a good thing if he was committed and he might could get himself straightened out. But I understand your hands is tied and all. But Yeah, just
Well, I
if you
appreciate it. Does my
would.
dad know you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know him real well, but just call and check on him if you don't mind, and I thank you for
Are
your
you in that
time.
area?
Yes, sir.
Are you in Hayti?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, man, after speaking with you, I certainly appreciate it. I had thought something different when I was thinking it was just somebody crank calling, but I appreciate it.
Okay, buddy. You have a good day, and God bless.
Hey, the same to you, and I really mean that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you, brother. That was Keith.
Yes, that was. May the
Wow.
good Lord
Hey,
bless him.
Filthy, say it one more time. Checkmate.
Yeah, that's what that was, Roland. That
All
might
right.
have been a double checker.
Queen me. Queen me.
Did you hear the one about me giving a shit? 'Cause if I ever did, I don't remember it.